In the U.S., Black children under the age of 13 are twice as likely to die by suicide than white children.
It felt like people were looking down on him. So we buried him this high, so when they had to come and see him, they always had to look up.
And experts aren't entirely sure why this deadly disparity is happening.
Mental health does play a big part. We need more support and awareness. We got to break the cycle.
Over the past decade, suicide attempts among Black children rose 92%. On January 19th of 2019, 10-year-old Seven Bridges was one of those children.
Seven was a blessing to everybody that met him. From the day he was born, he was always the star and didn't know it.
Tammy Charles is Seven's mother. She alleges that physical abuse and racist slurs at school harmed her son's mental state. So throughout 2019, she used Facebook to document her son's struggles.
I'm in the school and my son has been called a and a choke.
Despite their visits to the school, Tammy and her husband Donnie claim Seven's bullying continued. They believe the bullying prompted Seven's suicide after Tammy found her son dead in his bedroom.
I started CPR on my baby. I did the proper compressions. I breathed into his mouth, and I had been drinking coffee. And as I began the compressions again, I could smell the coffee come back out of his lungs. I knew then that my son was dead.
As Tammy sat at the hospital, dealing with the aftermath of Seven's death, she wanted only one thing.
I just want to see him again. Before you take him, before you do an autopsy, before you embalm him, let me see my baby.
A 2019 study found that children who died by suicide were more likely to be Black and male. 2 years after her 11-year-old son's death, Nataya Chambers is still searching for answers.
I dealt with mental health, and I seen the signs in my son, and I didn't even know. When my son passed away and hung himself, I just couldn't believe it. And I think, how do they think of this and how do they do it?
Did you know your voice is changing? Yes, talk!
Rylan was my best friend. He was an honor roll student. He was a basketball player. He was a tutor for his school. He was just a good all-around perfect kid.
A 2019 study found that suicidal ideation, which is when someone thinks about or plans a suicide attempt, decreased between 1991 and 2017 for children of all races. But when researchers took a closer look and surveyed children, they found that suicide attempts for Black kids rose 73%. Experts suspect many factors, including a relative lack of mental health care access. In some cases, there may be a link with abuse and trauma. But the list goes on. After all, there's no single cause for suicide. Dr. Michael Lindsay is the leader of the Emergency Task Force on Black Youth Suicide and Mental Health.
From a policy perspective, we are doing what it takes to get mental health professionals in every school, not just one professional, but proportionate to the number of kids in a school.
The Congressional Black Caucus originally tapped Dr. Lindsay to head the task force in 2019 in an effort to combat the growing number of suicides among Black youth.
We need education campaigns. We need those who have been impacted by the issue, celebrities or athletes, entertainers, to speak openly about their struggles and how they got connected to care.
We miss you, buddy. Everybody misses you.
Losing their sons is one of the hardest things that will ever happen to Tammy and Nataya. What makes it harder still is that no one knows exactly why this is happening to so many Black children like Seven and Rylan. In the meantime, both mothers are trying to define what it means to heal.
I got his name on me. I want to get his face, but I miss my son so much.
For Tammy and Nataya, a part of their healing was creating organizations that spread awareness and support parents who've lost their children to suicide.
I don't even know how I'm still here telling my story, but I know this is my job. This is what I gotta do. If I can spare any parent grieving or any child, just one, that would make me so happy. That's what I really want to do.
People like me, the survivors, the families and friends, that suicide has touched our life, and what do we do? How do we move forward? There's no right or wrong answer, and there's no path to it, but at least we can talk about it together. We lend our voice, we lend our hearts, we lend our hugs.